we require some major things for you to do with AIMMAA, and what are those policies, what are those requirements, we will cover today. The most important part of AIMMAA working is events, whether it is events at a dojo level or it is events at a matrix fight night level. We work in progression for all the events. So as a AIMMAA member, we require that you host events, because when you host events, your profile becomes associated with AIMMAA as an official, as an instructor. If you have students who participate, then you become the coach of the fighter. If you are a fighter yourself, you're obviously part of the event, and then you get associated with the development of MMA in your own area, and that's what we want to contribute. This is our primary goal. Now, what is the secondary and then later on objectives? We will cover all of that. Many people who are in traditional martial arts, they have questions about, what about belt grading, what about certification, all of these things. Everything is there. It's all available within AIMMAA, but how you can be involved with that, we will cover all of those things. Okay. So we'll start first with what do the events look like. The first very general look is the championship look. When you organize a MMA event, a championship is organized. You can choose a stadium, you can choose a school, you can choose an open ground. There are some requirements for the event. So the championship event is the first level. Championship can be held in dojo also, it can be held at district level, it can be all India level. We have an event every year called the India Open MMA Championship, and this is what the event usually looks like. So the reason I'm pausing here is usually, people want to understand how can sponsors be involved with MMA events. So the entire cage area, these are called the turnbuckles. These are the turnbuckles rims, and then obviously around the area we allow the sponsors to put as much as promotional material. Usually what we have is, you see this LED screens, the LED screens are held on top, so sponsors can put their video, their ads, commercials, everything there. So that is what we do to give our sponsors visibility. So the championship format is same just like any other martial arts championship. We'll have 100, 150, 200 participants, all the weight categories. Each weight category we'll divide it into usually a A and B pool. If there are more participants, we'll do A, B, C, D pool. We'll right from the bottom, we'll start competing all of the players one by one, moving up from preliminaries, quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. So in every weight category you will have finals. In every weight category you will have a winner. We usually give either medals or we give trophies. Sometimes for best fighter we give additional cash prize. But all of this comes under what we call as the amateur MMA circuit. What is the meaning of amateur? Amateur means you're participating not for money. You're participating for experience. You're participating for development of as the fighter. You're participating for trophies, but no money. There is no money given in amateur championships. However, sometimes the sponsors like to give best fighter, fighter of the event. They give some money prize, but the fighters are not paid like professional fighters. Okay, so usually, as a MMA promoter, as a MMA instructor, as a MMA coach, you must push your student more to compete in amateur events first. All of the students want money. All students want to win cash prize, but that's not how it works. You have to have at least, we say, minimum of 20 fights experience before you even think of reaching any pro level. So maybe he might have 20 fights if he's a good fighter, maybe he might need 100 fights. But in a championship, he gets a lot of opportunities to compete. And so amateur is the first level for all of the players to compete. Athletes have reached a level of good experience in amateur, then we put them in something called semi-pro. So semi-pro is where the money is not that much like a professional fighter, but it is just like a compensation. Sometimes we'll take care of all of their travel, food and everything. Sometimes we'll give them some small cash prize. It's not great money, but it is just like an encouragement. So usually the semi-pro events look just like this. You'll see sometimes there are shin guards and things like that. This is what a semi-pro event looks like. So this is what the semi-pro event looks like. Sometimes, usually in martial arts, it is frowned upon. Martial arts, people think a little bit differently, but sometimes for business development, you have to do certain things. Semi-pro event can even be like a private fight night. You know, somebody has a lot of money and he says, Raja Sahab, I want to organize a private party and I want fights. So they just will have, you know, maybe like 50 people, 100 people just from their friends and family, and they will invest for what is the cost of the event, and they will have their own tables, they will have their drinks, they will have their dinner, and the fights will happen. So people are ready to invest for such events for entertainment. And as AIMMAA, or you as an AIMMAA member, we are happy to provide the sport as an entertainment also, so that the sport can be developed, because this is how you make your fighters famous. Somebody will watch the event. After that event, he'll say, that guy was really good athlete. Who is his coach? Which dojo he comes from? That's how we develop. Okay, so this is the second level. So first was amateur championship. Second is what we call as a semi-pro event. Third type of event is the big budget shows. Super Fight League, Matrix Fight Night. These shows have high level athletes, experienced athletes, lot of money. Usually the event costs nothing less than 1 crore onwards for these kind of events.
NFL fight here in Dubai, in this amazing setting at the Palazzo Versace. 16 of the best fighters of India today, putting on a great show for us.
Live from the Palazzo Versace in Dubai, presents Matrix Fight Night!
Even on the professional shows, we are giving opportunities to some new fighters who have got good talent. Now, these guys are new guys, but they have done well in amateur circuit. They have been 1 or 2 times national champions. So what we do is we put them on what we call as the undercard or preliminary fights. First 4 fights, we give them opportunity. And then after that, from the main card, from the 5th fight onward, that's when the experienced fighters will compete. Sorry about that.
We just watching these fights, I feel like I'm living the moment as well, and like I'm trying to dodge and trying to kick and do the things they do, because there's so much to learn and earn from these athletes, and really, it's just been an inspiring fight.
So this is basically what the overall events look like when we are, as we are an AIMMAA member. As an AIMMAA member, our primary objective is to promote and develop the sport of mixed martial arts. And we feel that the best way to promote the sport is through events. We want maximum events. Now, obviously, coronavirus has happened and everything is now at a standstill. But, fingers crossed. Hopefully, we believe things will be better. Whenever things are better, we are ready to sanction events in your city. The first event that you host, so we give you guidance on how to host the event. We will provide you with officials. We'll provide you with a consultant to organize the event. Obviously, those people require some remuneration. So those people will have fees for their work to help you do the event. There is a sanction fee. And the sanction fee is a sanction process. You have to fill in a form. We provide you with all the policies required, medical safety, insurance for athletes, local and police, civil permissions, government permissions, all of those things. We provide you a full know-how. That is the sanction of an event. But we give you guidance on how to host the event.